Hi, this is Nick on the 25th of September with the new theme for this week. And I thought, what would I like to share a few thoughts on? And it's the idea of spiritual growth, really. It's been my kind of, major passion, really, for the last 30 years. So I thought, well, I'll share a few thoughts about what do I even understand it to mean. Because I think it's easy to think that spiritual growth is about adding something, becoming more than who we already are. And I got caught up in that whole kind of thinking for at least a decade or so, that I needed to add more to who I was because I felt inadequate and I wasn't enough, and all those things I'm sure you can relate to. And it was only when I really became a student of A Course in Miracles that I began to understand that who I was spiritually already pre-existed, if you like. Hi John, I see you've joined live. Well, that's great. I'm broadcasting later in the day than normal, so great that you could make it. That spiritual growth wasn't really about adding anything, but about realizing who we already were. That our pre-existing spiritual self, whatever you want to call it, our essence, our soul, our spirit, already is. And we may not be fully aware of that. So it's not, if anything, it's about taking away what isn't really us. And there's a lovely line in A Course in Miracles that I just thought I'd share with you today, and then we'll have some other thoughts during the week, and I'm just reading it off my computer screen in front of me here. It says, "Enlightenment is but a recognition, not a change at all." Enlightenment is but a recognition, not a change at all. Because that's such a fascinating way to see it, that perhaps the only thing to do to grow spiritually is just to see yourself slightly differently. Because if you already are enlightened, and the Course in Miracles and Buddhism and a lot of the spiritual traditions kind of say, well, who you are already is. It's just about seeing ourselves differently. Perhaps it's about letting go of the emotional baggage. It's about letting go of whatever, all the false concepts. And the more we let go of the false concepts, the true concepts can just come into our consciousness. So that's today's thought about spiritual growth being just about a change in a shift in recognition, or a recognition. I'm sure if you spoke to a lot of people in your life and go, "Did you know I was already enlightened?" They'd probably laugh at you and go, "Who the heck do you think you are?" And what if that were actually true, though, that you are already enlightened, you just don't realise that you are? And really, I guess that's the heart of what we're going to touch on this week, is you're already enlightened, but do you know it? And perhaps the real growth is about the recognition of what already is. So I hope that makes sense and it's not too heady or whatever, but I hope it's helpful. So be back tomorrow with another thought. God bless, have a good evening. Bye.